Hello and welcome to Ajira Stadi, where I'm very pleased to be here in Kigali in Rwanda with a very good friend of mine, Karen Muhika. I'll let her do her introductions. As usual, we're here to be informative and give a positive story about African youth, and I think she's a fantastic example of things. And now I'll hand over to Karen. I'll let you introduce yourself, a little bit about where you studied and then what you did and how come you're here in Kigali.
Great, good. So my name is Karen Muhika, Kenyan, born and raised in Kenya, schooled in Kenya throughout from primary to campus. Studied in Daystar University where I studied economics. Thereafter went into the workplace. Pretty much started as an intern. Different industries, different companies actually in the same industry, that's market research.
Yeah.
And now I'm in Kigali, Rwanda, pretty exciting, in a different field, education, where I'm an educator at African Leadership University.
Wow, that's quite a lot that you've covered there, and I'm pretty sure people would want to know a little bit of the details, because that's just overview, right? So, Daystar University, economics.
Yes.
First of all, how was the course? How did you enjoy it? How did you come to choose it? And did you think of the opportunities that it would open up, or you just stumbled into it?
Great. So that's a good question. So all throughout, a little background. So all throughout, I was one of those people growing up. I really wasn't defined on what I wanted to become. I thought of wanted to become a chef. Then I wanted to become a cardiologist because it doesn't want to become
cool.
fancy. Yeah, and I got to a place where we have to make a decision because you have to choose a course based to go into campus when you're doing our final exams, our O levels.
Yeah.
And at that point I was still very confused, but I just needed to put in. I can't even really remember what I chose.
Yeah.
But I mean, I had to make a decision when time came, and I just thought about what would I want to do? And I knew the one thing I wanted to do is just something that would change people's lives. Like, I'm very empathetic, so I need to do something to do with people. And I think I talked to my dad about it, and he was like, could probably try something to do with economics. We didn't have too much. The most we knew about economics was the president. Then who was our president, who was a well-known economist.
Yes, Mike Kibaki.
Exactly, Mike Kibaki. And I was like, not with the aim of becoming a president. I was like, yeah, there's something about him. I'm sure it's something good. So that's how it started. I mean, I talked to he helped me talk to a few people who knew something about economics, and went through the course outline in one of the campuses, and I was pretty much aligned. It seemed like something was very relevant to how the country is, how the world is, and that's something I wanted to do. So relevant, and there's a lot of development, Africa development.
Yeah.
So that's how I came to settle on the course.
Yeah.
How was it? It was exciting. It was good. Obviously, so some courses that are more exciting than others.
Yeah. In every in every sector.
Exactly. And I remember the ones that really stood out for me were including development, economic development, population. Just seeing planning and being strategic on what needs to go behind the scenes to make things work and the impact it has on a population. So that's exciting. As it is, the education system, at least in Kenya, is where there's a lot of theory and applicability doesn't necessarily come out then. So it can be used, but where and how?
Yeah.
So I learned, I was schooled. Yeah. But I wouldn't say I was well equipped to know where exactly I can apply. So pretty much it was either want to work for the UN because they do something to do with economics and development.
It's the big tagline,
or some
economic
NGO,
things.
But not necessarily being sure exactly how or where. Yeah, but I love the course. I'm glad I did it. Yeah. Because it's something that's day to day, and I think over the years when we speak about it, over the years now more than ever is when I'm like, okay,
that was good.
That was good, and maybe I can see where and how I can apply some of the things that I learned.
Great. Yeah, we never use everything that we learn in university.
No.
Just bits and bobs here and there. And a great summary. You know, glad that your dad was very instrumental, and even if you didn't know that much, you know, got some other people to talk to you about it.
I was trying to see how I can, you know, connect what I want to do.
Something that was more you.
More me. And what the impacts, you know, people. So I thought, you know, I mean, research, there's another arm which is social research. Let me try. So I moved into this firm again, which was really good again. To remain competitive with my former employer. A good company. Unfortunately, I got in going to social research, but they needed my skills for market research. So I went back to market research. Yeah, so I got the opportunity to work with all these different clients, being stretched, being exposed to different things when it comes to research and, you know, the market. I wouldn't say marketing, but just how to handle project management. That's a word. Worked with different clients around Africa, which was good exposure. I wouldn't have probably been able to do what I did in those 4 years if I wasn't in those firms. Transitioned to another role in a smaller market research company where I had a small stint there, also pretty exciting. And after that, took a sabbatical of work.
Sabbatical?
Sabbatical.
Why? How long? What did others think?
Yeah. Wow. So sabbatical, why? So I got to a point where things were just not adding up. I wasn't happy in terms of what I was doing, work that is. No peace of mind whatsoever, and more than ever I felt like I needed to do something different and more. The same thing that had been pushing me to move from one job to another, right, is what still came back. It never really went, but it was really magnified at this point. So that was some point in October. I had a sabbatical for about 11 months. So it was just one day in the office. I've been struggling with this feeling for about 3-4 months, and I just kept telling myself it's gonna get better. You know, just push, take more sleep. You know, self-care, all these things.
Spa days,
you know, don't work past a certain time. You know, go for the movies or, you know, the plays and all that. But it just didn't change. And I felt at that point my work was going to be affected if I stayed on. And one day at the office, after very many sleepless nights, I was like, no, there's no need. Like, I shouldn't be feeling this way, and also the workplace doesn't deserve me if I'm not giving my all. So I called it quits, quote unquote, for one day in the office. I knew in the meeting I'm done. Had a discussion with my manager who was pretty much understanding. So at that point I was actually leaving work, and I was like, you know, there are other things you can actually offer, so how about take a sabbatical for about 3 months, then we can talk about it and see, you know, if we can still stay on. But in my head I was pretty clear that maybe not, but I was like, you never know.
You never know.
Yeah, maybe just
it's good to not burn bridges.
I will take, and things will get
and
better.
they've offered it, like, so it
exactly.
means that, you know, they like to appreciate your work and everything. So.
Yeah. So I mean, I really appreciate that. I mean, that was offered. So I took my break. I pretty much slept a lot. I took time. It was good not to have to wake up in the morning and go to work. I was happy. I was at peace. There was just a sudden ease that came. I mean, I was not like work was bad, but it was just me. It was just inward, and there was a peace that came. I was able to just unwind. I mean, self-care for me now became more important, or it was more meaningful. I was able to go back to the drawing board and see, you know, what can I reconnect, what do I need to no longer follow or chase.
So in terms of whoever's watching,
yes,
it's moment to reflect, moment to re-strategize, moment to reposition, to transition,
to recalibrate as well.
And in all spheres of life.
Yes.
I mean, we're talking about careers, but career is about a whole person. I mean, if you're working most of your life to, you know, fulfill your basic needs and everything, you want it to be something that you enjoy or you'd like for it to be. Not everybody has that luxury, but from time to time, you know, if you get to a space you want, you know, things to align. You know, you've done the, let me just go do this, it's market research, but it's an experience put in the door kind of thing.
Yeah.
And you now have time to
Take a
step back and reevaluate those goals you came out from uni with.
Exactly. And I like what you said, and it's true because it was all round. It was a holistic approach, career-wise, emotionally, physically. It was just a good way to, like, you know, I think it's just the whole rush of life where we just keep chasing and keep moving and keep going, and it's really, really fast. And rarely do we take a time to take a step back and, like, okay, this is working, this is not working, oh, I need to change something, or maybe this has been good, maybe not anymore, I'm done, I've learned what I needed to learn.
Yeah.
So it was really a time of reflection and a lot of growth as well, and a lot of awareness. So it was a good time. During that point,
Wait first. You ignored my question.
Which is,
what did people think?
oh wow. Wow. So obviously, Kenya, African country, you've been working all this time, you've been doing well, you're climbing, everyone thinks, you know, it should be the next step. So you're saying you're no longer working, like you're done. You're done for. It was very interesting. First off, that term is not very common. People don't understand what it is, at least back home.
Yeah.
It's not something that people have embraced, or actually companies have actually put out as an option for people who are working. So the first people I had to tell were, actually you were the first person who knew.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think you were the first person who knew when I was still trying to make that decision, and I had to tell it to my parents. The good thing is I told both my parents were very supportive, and they were like, your happiness first. If you're not happy, we can tell you've been a bit off. So if this is what it needs, or this is what it takes for you to, you know, get back your energies.
Yeah.
Good. But so how are you going to survive now that you have been?
Here's your pocket money.
Exactly. So how much? So how are you going to? What does it mean? I had like to give a mini speech and plan to just make them feel at ease.
Winging it though.
Yeah, that
you were winging it.
Okay, I was winging it. Because at this point I was sure I was not going to look for employment in the next 3 to 6 months. Okay. That is something I knew. But yeah, I knew it was pretty much winging it and trying to figure it out as time goes. So they were very supportive in that sense. I'm sure they had their own uneasiness, but they were like, okay, we've decided we have to support, which was really great. My family, my siblings, some were like, okay, what does that mean? Friends also like, oh, so, you know, we'll look for jobs, we'll send you, I'm like, no, not okay, but not now. Let's revisit this conversation in like 6 months.
Okay.
So it was so. I had like good support from, you know, parents and family and others. Still, you know, it's how you become an adult to work. Like that's it. You've gone to school, you have to work. That's what life is. So if you're not working, then what are you doing? And I had, maybe also that the fact that we should always have a plan for life, and I didn't have that definite plan.
Plan to plan or plan to fail.
Yes.
Those cliches.
Exactly.
your primary teachers in your head.
Exactly. So there's a point where you're like, no, this is definitely where definitely failing is coming through. But it was an awesome 11 months, sorry. I did consulting gigs in terms of leveraging on what I already knew and what I was already good at. So I was able to pay a few bills here and there, did some online gigs here and there. And the good thing is I had like a good network of friends who were willing to, you know, there's something, they've heard of this information. You could benefit, there's this gig coming up. So that also was good. And also another thing probably that also really worked for my advantage is that I did not shy off to tell people that, you know, I am not working. This is what I am looking to do. So if you hear anything, please do.
Holla.
Send it my way. Like that's one thing that if I look back those 11 months, that's what worked. I really put myself out there in terms of looking out for, you know, what's happening in terms of around
the field you want to go into.
Exactly. Right? And that was around more social impact. I was thinking about SDGs. So I looked, there were some conferences, there were people I talked to, there were networks. I asked, so if, you know, who can you hook me up with a meeting? not in terms of really looking
like
for
give me a job, but just information,
and
just understanding.
Exactly. Just restructure. If this is
doing your groundwork.
Yeah, that really came
creating your own luck.
You have to put out what you want.
Right?
Yeah. Creating your own luck. It just doesn't come.
Yeah.
So bring that up. My dad keeps saying opportunities. They don't. You have to look for them. Like you have to let people know.
Yeah.
Like if you see something, tap.
Yeah.
So
no, people wouldn't know. Like
they would know.
I might have a sweet in my pocket.
If you don't say
so if you don't say, I crave some sugary stuff.
Exactly.
Will I give it to you? No.
Exactly.
I have it and I can give it out.
Yeah.
But I don't know what's in your head.
That's true. And even if I could just say something, if all throughout my career, the jobs I've had, the places I've been to or visited are pretty much because I stated the need.